This is the notes for 1.2, comparing ratios. Before we start today, an important thing you need to understand is how to make juice or pop from concentrate. Okay, so in this scenario, you mix concentrate. Typically when you go to the store, it's a can of frozen juice, and then you stir that in with water to make your juice taste like normal. Okay, so my concentrate is a very condensed form. Or you can think of when you buy the powder, like the mixed powders to add to your drinks for water. Concentrate is a condensed form, and then you stir in a bunch of water to make it taste like normal juice or pop. Okay, so if my mix has 70% concentrate, the total would be 100%, and that leaves me with 30% water. So for example, you could go to the store and maybe buy 2 cans of concentrate, and they'll tell you to fill up one of them with water, and we stir it all together. Okay, so the total is always 100%, and the concentrate is just my super condensed form. I mix it with water so that way it tastes like normal. It doesn't come out like really thick and chunky. Okay. Our directions say we're going to write it as a ratio. So I'm comparing my concentrate to my water as a ratio. So I'm going to put 70% to 30%. Keep in mind you can simplify that to make it a little easier. So if I divide them both by 10, that's the same as 7 to 3. I can also write that as 7 to 3, or my 7 semicolon 3. All of those things mean the same thing. Okay, just keep in mind I'm comparing the part to the part. So if my whole 100%, 70%, what would leave me with then is 30% for my water. Okay. For my other example, I mixed with my water is 2/5. So the fraction of the mix that is water is 2/5. So that's my second part. So that means my original then was 3/5. 3/5 plus 2/5 would give me to that whole. Okay, so it's saying I had 3/5 concentrate, and the mix that was water was 2/5. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change those to a decimal and make it a little easier for me. So 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. Or if you want to think of it like last time, that would be 60% that's concentrate to 40% that's water. Okay, so you can look at any of those 3 forms, they mean the same thing. The important thing is that the water was the 2/5 or my 40%, so that means I need 60% concentrate in order to give me my total 100%. My final answer of 60 over 40, I could write also as 6 to 4. Or I could simplify to be 3 over 2. Any of these mean the same thing. And then I could also write it as 3 to 2 or 3 semicolon 2. So I'm going to go and circle that there as my final answer. So I know there's a lot of work leading up to that. Okay. My idea though is that we're doing concentrate to water. So total I need 100% for my mix. And then feel free if you'd like to simplify it, and then you can also write it in either of these forms. Okay, that means the exact same thing.